Hi, my name is Adele. I'm a corporate campaigner for the Wilderness Society, and I want to give you an update on what's been happening in Europe lately with deforestation. So last winter, in mid-2022, you signed with thousands of others a letter to key European decision makers asking them to stop supporting Australian deforestation. I took this letter to Brussels and I delivered it to key politicians at the European Parliament and Commission. And my goal was really to let them know about Australia's incredible nature and unfortunately also the extinction crisis that's currently unfolding here. So when I went to Brussels, European lawmakers were actually debating to introduce a new law on deforestation, and this law would make sure that products that are sold in the European market were not produced through deforestation, so only accepting products that were deforestation free. And for us it was important to make sure that the law didn't just apply to more well-known deforestation hotspots like Brazil or Indonesia, but that it applied equally to all deforestation hotspots around the world, including Australia, which has a serious deforestation crisis. This would make sure that Europe encourages deforestation-free, sustainable industries in countries like Australia rather than encourage the destruction of nature. And actually, when I was in Brussels, a lot of the people that I talked to were shocked to learn about the extent of deforestation in Australia and had never heard of the issue. So it was really important for us to start a conversation about this. Thanks to your support, we've been continuing to build pressure on European policymakers. So in December, for example, for 24 hours, we put endangered koalas on the front page of Politico, which is the #1 most influential news source in Brussels. The following week, in December, I signed an opinion piece in the Brussels Times, really talking about Australia's deforestation crisis and what Europe can do to help protect nature worldwide, including in Australia. In December, the EU agreed on this new deforestation-free law, and it is now confirmed that products that are made through deforestation anywhere in the world will be banned from being sold in Europe. This is a world first because what the EU is saying essentially is that deforestation is no longer acceptable, and that it sends a very strong signal to industries everywhere, including in Australia, that if they want to do business in Europe, they must find a way to do it sustainably without damaging nature. So it's a real opportunity for sustainable producers in Australia. If they can show that they don't rely on deforestation, they will have preferential access to the huge EU market. Of course, there are also missing pieces in this law and lots of room for improvement. Because as you know, with legislation, the devil is often in the details. So a lot is still up in the air about what exactly will apply in terms of rules to countries like Australia. But this is a very encouraging start and a very important step to better protecting forests everywhere in the world. And the EU won't stop there. They plan on expanding this law, continue to strengthen the rules to make sure they're no longer participating in deforestation in any countries. And now other countries like the US or the UK have lawmakers that are considering similar rules, so it's also an inspiration for other parts of the world. You can be proud of your involvement, and we will keep showing how special Australian nature is and continue to show the extinction crisis at home and overseas. For example, this week, I'm gonna go to Sydney to meet with more EU decision makers and really show that it takes everyone's involvement to reverse nature destruction and that there is no time to lose. So thank you for your support.